is good, aka the eye is good. Hello, hello, hello. The energy cards here. Okay, this is a super moon, full moon in Aries. Hurrah, huzzah, hello. All right, what is the topic of today? How am I thangin? I want to know, okay? Because should I tell them? Should I tell them my expanded divine panel of the infinite? I tell me. Shall I tell them? I think that's what inspired me. King of Cups. Okay. The psychics are with me. You see? You see like all of this stuff going on over there? Hey. I just tried mochi pancakes. And they're delish. I decided to, because somebody gave them to me that were the mix that was, you know, that they were oodles and caboodles of bullshit. So I decided to dispel the fear of like anybody like putting intent over something that was not yet formulated. And yeah. And it took me months, but I decided I am stronger. I'm making these things. I'm Tina. And that was after getting a call from a text actually for what they call an out call. Now I usually don't do meets unless it's like really tame and you know I'm trying to like feel out the energy, but like a straight up meet I gotta figure out some things. Okay, it just seems like too I don't know, too much like a test, too much of a test. I don't know. So I'm going to find out how my thangin, my personal thang, is thangin. So 9 of Pentacles, that's on the recipient side. I don't have time to do very much. Okay, so 9 of Pentacles, it is independence. You're doing well for yourself on the inbox. People, I think that's what attracts people most. Like, are you stable? Are you good? Yeah. And so it may seem like very low standard, but it's very minimalistic. Like, are you good? Are you stable? Those are like the facts that I want to know. Are you stable in your environment, and are you stable in here? And are you good? Are you going to flip out on me? That kind of thing. So that, I think with the way the world is and the dynamics, we're starting to see some superheroes, but that's because there are villains. Okay, so are you good? Yeah, look at all those bullet wounds. Oh, let's sit up straight. Okay, oopsie. There we go. So, there's that. What are you seeing here? I don't want you to see like a whole laugh. Okay, there's that. All right. Okay, on the doing side, this is coming into the awareness, you know, of how you are. How you stand. Oh, this is good. Oh, I didn't realize this is master number 99. Look, with a minor and major arcana. Saluting each other. So that's a master performer. So good, so good. So then the vibe card that I got initially was the world card accentuated. It was kind of like tilted. So I would have to say this is the ongoings of the Thangin. Okay, so there's our energy cards, bottom of the deck. No secret to the sauce. Things are moving quickly. Sometimes I rhyme slow, sometimes I rhyme quick. Quick, quick, quick. 3 of Pentacles. Oh my gosh, opportunities. Now we have to be selective. I have to be selective with opportunities. Like this one, I'm like, is someone trying to like bait me and then get? I'm worried I'm not getting in trouble. But you know, like I'm not too worried about getting in trouble because I have not just standards, but limitations. You know, like I have, let's say we're talking about a budget of energy and interest. I only have so much in that arena. I want to invest in more in here because that's where I ought to be. I ought to be, not just a boost of creativity. And it's not lacking at all. So I can invest in any arena. But I would prefer it to be in my hobby, you know, my craft. Okay, so we're using the Thoth Tarot again, dispelling the fear, because I think I was at a pop-up, and they mentioned something about the Thoth Tarot, and they said, "Oh, I don't use that one because it opens up like bad portals, etc." And like maybe for that practitioner, but not for me. I mean, I told them straight up, I was like, "Oh, that's weird." They weren't able to give me any kind of examples, so it just seemed, I don't know, like they were trying to implant fear. But I just told them straight up, like it was regular convo, that I received different kinds of messages, alternative messages. It didn't feel good nor bad. It was just a different dimension of thinking. So anyway, here we go. Here we go. 9 of Swords in reverse. Cruelty in reverse. Do not stress, do that. That does not rhyme, but that's okay. Yeah, it kind of landed like this too. In catching it. So there's an emphasis on like the personal inbox, okay? Like, but not to stress out about it still. Like this is underlined. There's been a lot of bloodshed, especially in the ethers. And so that's what they're showing me. What can you see from there? I don't know. I didn't screen test this. Okay. So what do you want to tell me about how my Thangin? First off, I want to know, like, what are your thoughts on this like meat thing? Because I felt the energy, and Princess of Wands right behind it, peeking 2 of Swords. This is like, you're free flow. You can go, Tina. This is like 10 of Pentacles energy. Holy shit. It is a lot. It is a good amount of money. Okay, Princess of Swords in reverse. 6 of Swords and 9 of Wands in reverse. So there is some mischief in this, and that's like there's like spy energy, gossip energy behind it. So like if this person is not like trying to bait me and like trying to, you know, get me in trouble or whatever, cuff me in the wrong way, then it's like trying out the water, like what. So it's like that's one reason to kind of forfeit, to like forego it. 9 of Wands is like not a no-show. This is one reason why I should not. It just kind of. So if this energy is not trying to, like, what do you call it, like dupe me. I haven't lived this world, so it's hard to find the words. But if they're not trying to bait me, then there will be gossip energy. Gossip energy, like a lot of smoke. Okay, on the other hand, for me, if I'm just paying attention to my needs and what equates to my happiness, on just, you know, you have no idea. Like when I talk about stuff on here and everything seems like great and wonderful, and I'm not doing much, that's only one facet, like one moment of my life. There's so much more to it. There's so many more people that I've had to say goodbye to. They're like on different terms, and there's like, gosh, what, I was bedridden for like a day and a half, and when I had to get to like some legal stuff, like, and then just a lot of stuff. Like there's a lot of footwork, let me tell you, and it's not always fancy. So 10 of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, Empress in reverse, and 6 of Pentacles as well. So for me, if I just isolate it to me, I can handle it. I will do just fine. I can navigate through, even if there's this energy, okay? Even if there's, yeah, that energy. But it's, yeah, that's a lot. I mean, as a reflection from the Queen of Pentacles to the Empress, it's not my favorite option to go with, but at least there is reciprocation on that. Like, for, yeah, this person seems like they are willing to talk about it. So there's that. Okay, so how am I Thangin? Okay, so let's not just talk about this isolated inquiry. Let's generalize it into a simulation, a depiction of other, other opportunities. Because what did we get? What did I get here? Things are moving quickly. It's coming through. Inundation. So make sure that you get your return, Tina, and that it kind of works on fortifying the script on what makes you happy. Because you know it. Queen of Pentacles arises again. You know what makes you happy. And sometimes, like, when we're working at the root chakra, like Earth Star chakra, like, or is it Earth Star? Soul Star? I think Earth Star. So, Earth Star chakra, it's like, oh, I have a genuine appreciation, like an innate appreciation for Gaia, the world, and the expansiveness of the multiverse. Okay, I'm there. Got it. Okay, it has no interest in monetary anything. It's like what your soul carries, whether you're in this life or like waiting in the ethers to get birth into this plane of existence. So there's that. I've got that. Okay, baseline good. But then when you're looking at like ground zero, raised up of, okay, root chakra, it's like, okay, so I have to take care of all these finances. And it's like, oh my God, I'm really trying to feel the feelings of not stressing out. But I'm now into the second month of, I don't know how I'm gonna pay bills when I'm backed up from the previous month. And like I feel a hint of like crying in me, but like I'm getting there into the feels of not stressing out, like having faith that Spirit's gonna figure something out for me where I don't have to lay all my cards out, So there's that. So when you're looking at that, you gotta look at like, okay, fuck everybody else, okay? Sometimes the need for just security, stability, etc. That'll be the starter to making me happy, okay? Like, not making me happy, but like, where did we get that card here? Rewriting, like, there's highways, byways, etc. But like the Queen of Pentacles arising again, it's like I carry this energy. I backpack this energy. I do not deny myself of this Empress energy in upright. But right now, I just got to be objective because I need to stabilize. And so when there's a presentation of stability that offers it at its maximum in its earthly form, then okay, I can rise above that root chakra and work on the other stuff, putting myself out there. Like it's crazy to think that to live a life. Okay, there's no shame here. Okay, so it's crazy to live a life where like you don't know, like you have to forego a certain bill in order to I don't know why I'm not crying. Normally I would cry, but like I feel like a shakiness. So it's kind of there, but So you have to get over yourself and having to like process these things. So it's like, okay, it was nerve-wracking for me to have to forego certain bills on top of other bills, you know, other major bills, like minor bills, like utility bills, even repairs or whatever, so that I can possibly make an entry fee to these pop-ups that I'm trying to do. And so when you go through it, it's like, fuck. Like half the time is already spent. I haven't even broken even for this like 2-digit entry fee even, or like a, you know, like even if it's like, I don't know, it's crazy to me. And so like you realize that you have to put in your time. You have to put in like your street, whatever, your you know, like how interns do, or when you do your residency, like in nursing, like you have to realize that you will be severely underpaid or not acknowledged. You have to work at the bottom of the totem pole, so you're serving time there. And the last pop-up I did, I realized, I'm like, fuck, okay, like halfway through the time that I'm like, why? Like, I kept pulling cards, and they said, don't think about the money here. You have to think about the opportunity, the exposure, and the time, like, of observation of energies, and see what, you know, trickles in. And you can read people, whether or not they get a reading from you, because you know that they're just trying to fish around, or some people are being nosy, some people are, you know, just trying to get stuff for their own, you know, whatever. So there's that, and they just want to feel you out too. So it's like, okay, that's fine. And why would I get upset over like the break-even point when when I have to spend like, you know, almost equivalent to a parking ticket because my garage door does not work. It hasn't worked for over a year, and so I have to park on the street, and sometimes I forget they're street sweeping. So it's like, you know, like, let's just think about this in totality, Tina. Don't get upset over this. And so after that, things were just fine and okay, but it wasn't like I felt out how that city was, how that arena was, and it was good, but it was not. There needs to be a few tweaks before I re-enter that arena. And so day 2, I just didn't do that. So to drive all the way out over there to almost break even, it's just like, okay, well, I had my experience in that. I'm not mad at it. But looking at this, you know, I really got to think of what's going to work out for me. See, I know what's best. Like, it doesn't matter how anybody else judges me. And at this point, I don't think I really need to worry about anybody making my family or whoever feel bad. I don't think they can make me feel bad. I think I'm resilient enough, but for my loved ones, you know, I think the divine will take care of that before it even happens, or just nip it in the bud. So, yeah. So there's that. Okay, so how am I Thangin? Okay, Ace of Cups, accentuated, 3 of Wands in reverse right there. So, it's pulling the bottom card too. What is it? It's the 3 of Swords in reverse. See, no heartbreak. Like, don't worry about it, Tina. Your thing is clearly thangin', even when you're not prepped to thang. Yep, I have Wands. And look, it is bringing a lot of, not just competition, but also, like, people who are there for you, your riot crew, for sure. They're there for you. That is the riot crew. Ace of Cups accentuated, for sure. Prefaced by the King of Cups, like before I even told this story, for sure. Look at that. No, don't even say anything. You know what I get? Sometimes, okay. The first time I got told, about having loose lips with, like, you know, not exercising as much discretion as I should. I got a little, like, worried about it. I got really sad. Like, I felt like I was being scolded by my peers, but by my lovies, you know? And I said, you know, like, that's not really on them. That's just me trying to understand how to associate with the world. Like, I don't have that much experience in having, you know, my riot crew around. So, you know, so anyway, I got over that. And I didn't want to make them feel bad about it either. But it's like, don't shh, 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 Tina. Again, it's here. Eight of wands right here. Yeah. We say it in energy. We're here, Tina. And then that's crazy. Prince of Wands in the top. Yeah, they're for sure here. They don't mean any harm. All right, so what else you want to tell me? Oh, I'm sweating. There we go. I think sometimes to de-stress, I just go and do some grocery shopping. Yeah. Like sometimes, like yesterday, I had to get toilet paper because it was the last straw. And then I would have to, today, you know, paper towels, and then splitting them so they don't clog up the toilet or whatever. That was my life this morning. So I was gonna go to Walmart yesterday to get some toilet paper and whatever else. And I decided, nah, I can go on Amazon. Like, why would I, like, put myself out there, expose, like, my energy when I'm just, you know, just get it. They can do it same day. And now I'm thinking back to the reversal of that. Like, sometimes I just need to get out. I just need to get out. Anyway, yesterday was not a total loss because I started, you know, when you're doing these pop-ups, when you're doing certain events, your travels or whatever, it's like you are living out of several suitcases. Your house is a mess. Like, you're starting to, like, and the kids are starting to eat, like, you know, fast foodish, snacky, whatever. And it's like, no, we can't do this. We cannot. I shall not allow for it. There's some kind of huge emergence here. This is kind of like Shamu kind of energy. With, like, this is again the Hermit card, an emergence, but this is like a flow, like like a huge, like, rush, like a but here, because of an emergence, it's like some, you know, like UFO type of energy, you know, like a extraterrestrial type of energy, like the spaceships, like the emergence of, like, lights from the waters. That's what it's looking like here. So there's like a huge unveiling. This could be my riot crew too, from beyond or through the depths of the earth star chakra. What does it say here? Yeah, there's a comeback here. So there's kind of like a huge revelation, a huge, yeah, not just a huge reveal, but a huge revelation. That's what it's showing me, because it did do an acrobatic flip to here. So it's like the waters are restabilized. So that's interesting. 10 of Wands in reverse. Yeah, this is definitely my version of the other version of the riot crew. They're here with me. Okay, so how am I Thangin? Well, it's with the support of those who are connected beyond the 3D, yeah, realm, way beyond. This is let me check the energy. Elemental? Not elemental. I mean, they have associations with elemental, but yeah, they have associations with elemental energy, but they are not elemental energy. It's like in this world, but not of it type of energy. Yes, that is correct. It is extraterrestrial type of energy. Yay! You know, like hearing stuff like that, getting news like that is so much more gratifying than, let's say, like that's an intrinsic reward for me, like to the max. Like if there was anything that trumps the major arcana, this would be it for me. Because like it's like, when is it going to be my time? When is it going to be my time? When is it going to be my time? Like, it doesn't discourage me from celebrating others. Like, it doesn't hinder that at all. But at the same time, I'm like, fuck, when is it going to be my time? So there's no jealousies. It's just like a contemplation, self-reflection. Like, is my time going to be only after I die? Only after I pass away? Because I can accept that reality, but I don't think that's my reality. So seeing this here is what I'm saying. And, you know, gives me, if like that were a reality, then this would be like its saving grace. But I get to have the best of both worlds. Yes? That is true. It's all in good timing, okay? So I was wondering, like, why is it like on my Instagram they reference like it'll come by new moon, and the next new moon is, I think, the 21st or something like that of this month. Like, why is it going to be like around then? Why isn't it going to be with the supermoon? Like, why? It's because like everybody has their own timing, and sometimes there has to be like a clearing out of bullshit energy. Oh, let me tell you, I saw something in the mail recently that showed me that around, hold on, let me, I'm clear in saying, okay, I saw something in the mail. It was a check. It was a very small check, like $6.53, not $653. So it was for a settlement of a class action suit from not this last establishment, but the one prior to it, late last year. They got hit with a, like, I think some lawsuit. It was like they settled for like, I don't know, like $125,000 or something like that, and 75% goes to the person that, you know, and then 25% goes to whoever else was affected in the arena. So anyway, that's karma, let me tell you. That is why. And there's still more karma too, because they wasted 5 to 6 hours under that umbrella of mine, trying to like not, you know, be straightforward with me. So karma's coming through. And then so sometime yesterday, I found out that I got blocked by the Magician in Reverse. Yeah, I got blocked by the last establishment that I was at. That's crazy. So I didn't do, like, I don't know, that shows like there's, I mean, it could mean this thing or that thing. It could mean that like truly it will save me from any wreckage, like, you know, a lot of the dominoes of tower moments that are due to happen, or that are happening for them, to completely disconnect me. So it could save me from that. Like, somebody might be protecting me, or it inevitably will be protecting me from that. Or it's like somebody got offended and they just really, from any of my posts, and they wanted to keep within their illusion. Like, oh, she's unveiling all the stuff that's happening, you know, basically keeping with the illusions of the vibe, their usual. So there's that. And then like there's the possibility of, you know, some rinky dinks handling the website. I don't know if they're new or they're old rinky dinks, but they must have gotten offended or something, like competition wise. I don't know. People pay attention to that stuff. And if you are tapped in energetically, this is not overthought. This is just observation. So there's a lot of processing. And that's just like one little piece of pie from my arena. So anyway, looking at this. Okay, how am I thangin'? Well, it's clearly Thangin if I have this kind of riot crew, an expansion of a riot crew. So the thing is that It's like, how the heck can this happen? Like, with like this, some huge orchestration of some normie, like, you know, being set up, you know, what is it? Setting up this or framing certain, you know, all of that. And it's like, no, if my extraterrestrial fam are here or any other magical beings are here, in my riot crew, there's plenty of ways that they can conjure up some things, some occurrences, some circumstances. And they said, oh, sure, 10 of the Wheel of Fortune. Get the wheels cranking. Was it? Was it Crank That Soda? Was it? What's that song? Soldier Boy. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, this reminds me of like the can that you open. And we're talking about the slice of pie too. So, I think today is the day for some pizza and soda. It's weird. I don't know why. Something they said, do it casual today. You're supposed to relax. Yeah, 3 of Pentacles. Your opportunities are here, Tina. Just chill, okay? Let's put it down. Okay. Say, how's that thing thinging? How's my thing thinging? First off, this is a reveal. 8 of Swords in reverse. It's, you're not stuck, Tina. You know, in Kindergarten Cop. It's not a tumor. That's not a good impression, but you know, it's not a tumor at all. Anyway, on top of this, 5 is the Hierophant and then the Devil in reverse. So 515 is an angel number for me. You're a teacher. You're a good role model. You're a different kind, though. One that does not control. So remember when we saw the Ace of Wands in reversal on the bottom, and now, like, right behind that, there's some kind of a channeling here. Same thing with this. So this is a High Priest, and this is the High Priestess. So this is a different version of, like, the downloads that come to me, like, are fresh for sure, that are absolutely powerful, and they're looking for a grounding effect. And so it's with this, it's so powerful in its pressure point that it's like, you know that you don't control it, so there's no interest in obsessing over something that is like an overpower type of energy. So yeah, it's like, it's pinpointed, it's right here. Okay, so what's underlining it? 5 of Cups accentuated. So you do away, like, you know, sometimes you call your lot, just as much as you call the shots, you also call those losses. Like you call it, you know, like that's scrap, you know. So if somebody's trying to give you static or whatever, you easily, like, you release the disappointment, and you're like, I'm done with it. I was done with it before you even, like, you gave me any energy. Like, I was done with that concept already. So that's where that goes. So there's no identity thing, like, pieced out behind it. It's just like, that's the energy. Like, okay, so that's where you go. Kind of like, yeah, that's what it's showing me. All right, so this is excellent with a Hierophant here. It's someone that's very well respected in their community, not just well recognized, but very well respected. Because to backpack the Devil, like, as the major demon in like what do you call it, kind of taming that energy, but it's not like a direct one-on-one taming. This is like the devil energy recognizing, like, this is also like a certain level of respect for what I do. So it's like, they're automatically tamed, like, in its indirect fashion. So I don't believe the devil likes to be forced to do this or that or whatever. They're clearly obstinate in their energy. So there's some power that I have in letting them be, to decide for themselves, to use their free will and in that energy. And so it kind of succumbs to that energy, like, oh, all right, you're not one of the ones that are trying to control me, you know. You're not the ones that, you know, like, even like with devil worshippers, let's say, oh, God forbid I say anything about that, but it's like, you know, let's say people in high positions of power. You know that people are like more than half of the 75% of the people are groveling at you to get some kind of like, please, can you give me, like, trying to work on flattery, favoritism, etc., your ego. And it's like when you realize that, it's like they don't really give a shit about me or what I do. It's what I can do for them. So there's a another manipulation factor. Like, you're trying to manipulate me, the devil. Like, so there's a certain kind of like honor that that's what I'm saying, an honor system in that. So I get respect. Is that correct, Holly? Yes, but it's not like, I'm not, how do I say it? I don't overpower that energy. Like, I don't control that energy. This is more of like, it's, there's like we it's something that you don't talk about, really. It's there's a neutral, like a silent knowing kind of energy. Yes, that is correct. That is absolutely correct. That's not something like, bragging rights to this or that. That's the disrespect there. This is just explaining and me trying to hash out the energy here, and that is correct. That's crazy. And like, it has, like, it's kind of like a devil's advocate energy with having to say goodbye and parting ways with certain energies. It's just kind of like this sorting out energies. Yeah. So this is like a harvesting, but also a purge at the same time. Like, in watching Willy Wonka, I don't think we got to that part yet where they're sorting out the nuts, and it's like it's that. Yeah. Okay. Interesting. This is follow through. It is sorting out the nuts when chaos is, ensuing. For sure. That's crazy. Okay, let me get one from here. Okay, what goes on that topper here? First, actually, I want to get like clarifying toppers, like these are the frame cards, the O cards, and then so put the energy cards in there because these are big ones. Okay, so what goes in the Hierophant card? Psh. Oh, Four of Wands, for sure. Definitely well respected in the community. Look, do you see all the people in the back? For sure. For sure. Expansive. Oh, that's excellent. I did not expect to see anything like that, but was awesome. But this is also the expansion, let's say, development. So this is like raising up communities, building opportunities. This is being a huge contributor to the economy in its like energetic sense. And then some, because that's the Hierophant. Therefore, the Hierophant would express not just from, like, it would express from intangible to tangible form as well. Yeah, for sure. That's crazy. That's so good. Okay, so the vibe is community here. That it's more so that than like just leadership, but it's also for me to recognize leadership skill within me activated and in play. All right, so what goes in the Devil card in reverse? I don't know what to expect. Two of Swords in reverse. Yeah. So like, I don't control. It's like again, it's emphasizing that I don't have any need to control that, like obsess over things. It's, yeah, tamed energy, like a pit bull or a Rottweiler off leash. That's my familiar. Like, there's a certain connection point, like an unspoken understanding. Yes. Do I need to get any more cards for that? No, we're good there. Okay, so the Tower. Okay, what goes in the Five of Cups accentuated energy? this way. 8 of Cups. Yeah, so this is a huge comeback. Like after you throw out the trash and you come back. But this is like, you know, you're camping off like in, I don't know, like not as much of a commercialized place. And then so there's like you have to get your trash, let's say a bed and breakfast, and then you have to carry it on to another site to drop off that trash. So that's what that is. So it's like, and you come back. So it's like you never leave this like new vacation land thing, this new scenic area, but you also get to have the scenic route and engage in the responsibility, like walking hand in hand with that, of, you know, going out to throw something out, and it's still kind of, you know, scenic and still an adventure. Because like even then when you're throwing out like, you know, your stuff there, it's the whole community that like people are so friendly, they're still like in such a good vibe that it doesn't feel like a chore, or you're not meeting up with people that are doing chores. They're like, oh, that was fun, you know. People are still in good vibes. So wonderful. That's the first time I got a message like that. Okay, or heard a message like that. Okay, so what goes in the Tower card in reverse? Yeah, so fun. 2 of Wands. No, this is accurate. This is absolutely correct. So it's like watching other, you know, there's other energies like from down below. So there's something about observation and seeing how things follow through, not just within the intimacy of your domestic like realm, your locality, but also like what you left behind. Like, oh shit, so it's cool. So yeah, there's that's weird. Okay. Oh, what goes in the 8 of Swords in reverse? 6 of Cups. No, for sure. So this is my friends are pouring into like I don't see, but they're pouring into like assisting me with the decisions that I'm making. So it's like highly celebratory. It's kind of like a reverse like water fountain. Or maybe it is a water fountain. So 1, 2, 3, and 2, 3. This is like a unit that's like even if there's a drought in this like fountain area, there's still the isolated 3 of Cups here, the most essential piece in celebratory matters. So it's kind of like it's unseen. It's unspoken, but very much felt on the energies. So let's say the isolated event here is me. Okay, so there's 4 of Cups right there. That's the decision making. Like, what the fuck do I do here? Like, are you fucking kidding me? And then somebody like from way up beyond, like their inner child is like, here you go. Like Rapunzel. That kind of energy. I don't know. It's kind of freeing for this inner child kind of energy here to contribute to like the decision making process and making it creating more fluidity, and like that's so cool, and freeing up the energies. Excellent. Okay, is there anything else? Yes? No more. All right, so 43:37 on the clock, and I'll get 1 takeaway for my collective crew here, my divine collective crew that's doing the mostest and the bestest they can possibly can, which includes some rest time, which includes observing their human experience as also enjoyable. Who goes there? What goes for them? How's their thing? Princess of Cups. Okay, so you're bringing in the vibe. You'll do like, yeah, so it's funny because like the robe here looks like it's also a blanket, but also looks like a tablecloth, you see. So they have mastered the art of bringing that vibe. Yeah, and then beautifying the environment. This is a Venus clamshell, also presented like hors d'oeuvres. Would you like something also to beautify your experience? Yeah, like a fish told me, except it's a trout. Some people are into baseball here because I think the last time I went to a baseball game was a long ass time ago. I think it's a Mike Trout. It's Trout. I know. There's from the Angels. I know some people are not. I'm not a sports person, so whoever I was like, whoever's my friend was, you know. Anyway, trout. Okay, so that's for you. Also something about a goose. Maybe you're chosen also. Duck, duck, goose. Yeah. There's lotus flower also to the side, but very much in flow. Your vibe is good. You're a gem to many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. For sure. You're doing awesome, to say the least. Okay. What goes in your card? So I think some people just need some like confirmation. It's just nice to hear sometimes that you're doing great. It's nice to hear some accolades from somebody exterior, somebody that maybe you've never met. Queen of Swords in reverse. Why is Queen of Swords in reverse? I think it's just, it could be either just by like all the naysayers, like all of the heavy backlash. Like there might be like a lot of tabloid type of energy. Because I don't get that you're a bitch here. Let me see here. Oh, these are copycats. These are major. So let's say this is like people who are like celebrity status, but very, very much grounded. Let's say they're singers, okay, or lyricists or whatever, or even ghostwriters. There are other biatches out there that are trying to mimic the energy. You see the folds, like in the napkin or whatever, down to like your diet routine. They're trying to mimic you, but it's like, you know, regurgitation. And you see the nice flow of like the pleats and folds. I've never gotten that before. They are trying to mimic you, but what they got, like you've got like the huge, like, I don't know, HD, like surreal. Like you could not get any realer in your experience of that vibe. And this is like janky dot matrix, like your printer ain't working, but here's your fucking resume, like there's my submission, you know, that kind of thing. So there's that energy. Yes, let me get one more clarifier for you, because it's like, it's a very subtle, but it's there. Like, it's subtle only because you pay no mind to it, but you know that it's reality. It's just like, you got better things to do. Hello, you got better things to do. So whether you're male, female, non-binary, whatever, that still goes for you. It's like your feminine touch to your own collab of an experience. The Sun card, yes, you are absolutely vibing. You're doing wonderful. Bravo. You're not only a star, you're sun energy. What is it? Did it on them. That's Nicki Minaj type of energy. It's like something. I know she doesn't say S-U-N, but it's S-O-N. Something like, the way she emphasizes it is what I'm hearing in my head. I can't think of the lyric right now, but that's the way she did it. She did it. Almost like this energy is a dud. And then it's spun. So yeah, for sure. That is totally Nicki Minaj energy. All right, so my 3 takeaways. First takeaway is 5 of Pentacles in reverse. Don't worry, honey. Don't worry. That's what it's saying. Don't worry. You're not lacking. Do I get the other 2 cards? Yeah, and then I get second takeaway. Princess of Pentacles in reverse. It's time for you to continue investing in yourself, they're saying. You're on the right track. I'm on the right track. And then the universe, the world card. The world is yours. What is that? Wu-Tang? Is it? No. Is it the... Why can't I think? It's in the title. Is it the world is yours? I can hear the beats to it. I can hear the voices. I just can't hear the lyrics. What is it? It's yours. What? But it's not just the world, it's the universe. Like you're You're not getting tangled up in anything. You're commingling, Tina. Think of it as that. So anytime you experience any obstinate energies, just know that you're commingling. Like that's just the first introduction. That's the first meet. So understand it like that, because especially with the preface of the first lineup of cards with the Hierophant and the Devil card in reverse, you can for sure interpret your life from here forward as commingling with the universe, okay? So it's like a little mixer, little mixer party. Okay, so what goes in Five of Pentacles in reverse for my first takeaway? The Devil card, oh my God, that's crazy. Crazy for sure. And this is depicting growth, remember? Crank that. Yeah. Oh, you know, I'm supposed to download something from Crank That as well. One of my newer favorites. That's funny. That's so crazy. Okay, all right. Okay. What goes in the Princess of Disc in reverse? Continue investing in yourself. 10 of Wands. So there's a lot that I can do. There's a lot of magic. You see right behind her? This is like a doubled up riot crew right behind her. You see? It's kind of like a bunch of giving trees right behind her. Oh, how sweet. Oh my God, that's so sweet. That's the first time that's so sweet. It's making me cry inside. It's doing it. It's doing its thing. Yeah. Let me see your horns there. So this is kind of, remember the movie Legend with Tim Curry playing like the devil energy? It has the horns, and when he like entrances the girl, and so, but she's in the world but not of it, you know? So she like takes on a kind of simultaneous energy, like understanding that lingo, that sway. So there's a lot. It may feel like a burden, but this is, I don't get any bad vibe from this. Let me get one more from there. Let me see. It's like a lot of magic. Page of Cups. Yeah, these are contributors. These are admirers. These are basically this type of energy here. Yeah. You don't see how many admirers you have, like how much, like, you know, what is it, Jesus turning like loaves and fish into like you know, to the many. It's kind of like you don't, it's like a bottomless supply of admirers, but it's not like a bragging right energy ritual. It's more like an acknowledgement that you know how they say like you attract similar energies, like there's so much more. This is kind of like a self-acknowledgement before like really stepping out there, because you really should know, primary focus, you should know before anybody else knows, you know, how much of a vibe that you bring. And it's not just a vibe, there's so much more to you, because if these energies, admirers, mimic, like there's some kind of parallel of admirable qualities, like that's wonderful. Wonderful. So that's gives all the more reason and rationale to how much magic you have. It's not just something that is prefixed, but also an add upon, because when we interface, when we commingle, it's like I'm picking up also learning. Like you can't see like but it's picking up energetically, and so that's excellent. Anything more? No. Okay. So what goes in the universe card, my third takeaway? Four of Pentacles. You own it. Yeah, it's yours. Oh my gosh, that's so crazy. It's crazy. It's good. Adjustment. It's 8. It's the Justice card. Yeah, top of the deck. No, oh, okay. Not gonna say it. I accidentally got 2, but 7 of Cups in reverse. Yeah, chosen. Yeah, they chose correct. There's nothing more that needs to be said. Or is there more data? There's more data. No further communications, but there's more data to come through. But they chose the right messenger. They chose right. I was made for this. I was chosen. Oh my god, 3 of Cups for sure. Abundance. Hark, my Thangin. All right, that's... Where's my... Where's my, selenite? What the... Oh, there it is. Ah, thanks so much. Thank you so much. For all donations provided in on love, light, and love that reciprocate equally and therefore abundantly. But now that this reading is officially over, I call back all my power, energy, essence, gift, strength, properties, passions, etc. from those that call upon, cast, generate, bring, magnify, multiply, or any variation thereof the aforementioned ill will, intent, thought form, pattern, and or entity to pass through the white light of the Holy Spirit for cleansings, for blessings, for me, for edification of me, only me, yes, free, no doubt, no attachment, except for all bonus points included. Thanks so much. Upon closing the portals in this reading, I send all energies back to the appropriate locations outside of mine with their appropriate karmas due, assisting with a sequence of rollouts. In light and love, I close the portals in this reading. Now. Oh, shoot. How do I do this?